Nuclear, I don't see any reason to be pessimistic. We will introduce it. As you know, a bill after introduction will take some time to come up, but we are committed to introducing it. Whether it goes to select committee or not, in either way, there is no loss. Cut motions. Now, I agree with you that cut motion is a serious thing, but I think these motley group of 13, and the number is probably going to be unlucky for them, 13 parties moving a cut motion on price rise with no direct constructive suggestion. I think the country is going to ask them, look, are you constantly again and again trying to destabilize a second time re-elected 10-month-old government with supposedly getting together with non-secular forces?
Well, that's a question, that's a rhetorical question. Let me stop you there. Let me bring in Nirmala Ji of the BJP. Nirmala Ji, let's focus individually on some of these issues that I mentioned collectively a moment ago. And to start with, the Nakshal issue. There's no doubt that today Arun Jaitley had a wonderful time embarrassing the government. And right through his speech, I could see Chidambaram nodding in agreement with the leader of the opposition and enjoying, in fact, his own government's embarrassment. But the truth is that you've also committed yourself to supporting this government on the Nakshal issue. So beyond having fun on day one, you don't have much mileage that you can get out of this hereafter.
Yeah, but then it is important for us to know, and for all of us to understand, it is not just a kind of a mileage that the political party is looking. BJP is the leading opposition party. We have periodically interacted with the Congress, in spite of them not really being forthcoming to discuss issues with us. And you only see them giving you one-liners or trying to stall off any kind of discussion instead of getting into, engaging the opposition with a meaningful discussion so that there is a positive way of running the parliament. You ask some questions on the national security related issues. Are you getting headly? Are you looking at the nuclear liability bill? Looking at even the way in which they don't take you into they don't take you into confidence. They don't even consult you. And end of the day, when they come into the parliament, yes, I agree with Singhvi. We need to have a lot of meaningful, energetic debates. But when the government is repeatedly showing slip up after slip up, scoring their own goal, and above all at a time when the country is looking for a complete comprehensive attack on the Maoists, you have a home minister unprecedented in history. All opposition parties are standing one and saying, please keep going, we need a strong fight. Here is the party and its senior leaders almost disowning the home minister.
That's the point. Time? That's the embarrassing point. Suddenly when he needs his own party's support, he seems to be jettisoned by them. Where does the BSP, who could be critical to the government in this session, where do you stand on Operation Green Hunt and the government's strategy against the mice? Do you support them? Do you oppose them? Or have you not made up your mind?
No, I have been watching in the parliament. Whenever these issues arise, they just take shelter on the technicalities. Now the government was saying this is a law and order, it is state subject. They just try to evade the responsibility, little realizing that 76 persons were massacred, and it took more than 1 hour to reach the rescue and help, and the helicopter was standing.
So, but you're not answering my question. So, where do you stand? Do you support the government, or do you oppose the government's handling of the mice?
No. We totally oppose. We are saying it has not been handled properly at all.
So, you are not with the BJP and the left who support the government, you oppose the government.
See, whenever the BJP in the power, they join hands in elections. Even
answer my question, don't get me wrong. You oppose the government on Operation Green Hunt?
Yes, what we are saying, the thing which has happened, it is all the government fault, they have not properly handled.
Let's move to the second issue, Mr. Salim, that is embarrassing the government. If the first is the divisions over the Nakshal issue and the fact that the Home Minister doesn't have the support of his government or his party in its entirety, the second is the Tharoor issue. Now, the left have issued, your party in particular, a formal statement demanding his resignation. But do you have reason to believe he's corrupt? Or are you simply enjoying his embarrassment and scoring points for the sake of politics?
It's much more than the embarrassment. Now, Minister is saying he has extended professional services, consultancy, advice, patronage and what not. And the franchisee is saying they have issued something in lieu of that to someone else as in the professional service to share or equity or employment or whatever favor. Now, the question is, IPL is a big ticket game, more than the sports. It's a big business. and companies after companies are throwing their hats. Now, where the minister, what is the necessity of a minister being in the lead? That the government has to answer. You should have transparency, accountability and a responsibility. As a minister, you have taken oath, and under oath you cannot take interest in such business things.
Can I
This is
interrupt?
ultimately a business.
Can I interrupt? Therefore,
Yes.
will this be an issue when Parliament convenes tomorrow? Will you really insist that the minister resign?
First is Parliament is engaged with many important things. First is Dantewala thing and Maoist thing, as you said, the Operation Green Hunt. Secondly, price rise, for which the whole country is in big problem. And thirdly, as you told, there are pending issues like women issues, women bill, where Rajya Sabha passed and Lok Sabha is yet to take it up. So we don't want to jeopardize the parliamentary proceedings, but of course government has to take a decision, and I think government managers are already on the job.
Well,
and
that's
they have
a-
to come out with a firm decision.
That's a clear answer you've given me. You've indicated, haven't you, that in fact you have other priorities that come well before Shashi Tharoor. What about you, Mr. Javadekar? Your spokesman, Ravi Shankar Prasad, in a formal statement actually accused Mr. Tharoor of corruption. He said it was a case of copybook corruption. Is it therefore going to be an issue for you tomorrow? And will you in fact ensure that the government has to answer, or are you prepared to wait and give it priority right at the bottom as the left is doing?
No, I think in Rajya Sabha tomorrow, or even in Parliament, the reply for the Naxalite debate will come. And that is very important, because today I also exposed, I asked the government not to, ruling party particularly, not to take help of Naxalites in winning elections, because that has really given the birth for the Naxalite.
But you're cleverly evading the question I asked. Are you therefore saying that the Naxal issue, the price issue, the women's reservation bill and maybe others take priority over Tharoor? Because
Yes.
your statement suggests that it's a case of corruption and therefore you should give it priority, but your answer today suggests that you've changed your position since that statement.
No, it is not the change of stance. Ultimately, issues come in the light of the debate on any day, tomorrow being the Friday, it may come, but it is really, government has to really now say, because day after tomorrow the Prime Minister will come, and Prime Minister's pampered minister, what Congress wants to give, because Congress leaders are utterly embarrassed.
All right.
And that is definite.
Well, there's a very interesting ray of hope there for you, Mr. Singhvi. Both the left and the BJP, both of whom asked for Tharoor's resignation, are now deprioritizing the item. Consciously they have said that there are other issues that are more important. Do you think that this particular matter is not going to prove as embarrassing as you had perhaps feared just 24 hours earlier?
Karan, since I've answered all the other issues, let me deal with the Tharoor and the Digvijay Singh issue. As far as the Tharoor issue is concerned, I don't agree, because we don't rely, we don't make our strategy, and we don't prepare our responses according to what we think the BJP may or may not do. We have to take a stand independently of the BJP and the other parties on the Tharoor issue. I think the matter should stand closed for one simple reason, that the Prime Minister has spoken on it categorically. He is back. He is going to look into the matter on the facts. He is going to react, and you're going to have a reaction. As far as the party is concerned, it has said the same thing. At this stage, we don't need to react. Let's wait a short while. Let's look at the facts, and we will deal with it.
Can I interrupt? So can I just interrupt? You said a very, can I just interrupt? You said
one simple point.
Just one thing. Can I interrupt? You said a very interesting thing. You said when the Prime Minister is back, there will be a reaction. Are you saying that in fact there will be therefore some action the PM will take?
No. Karan. I have only repeated what you have heard the Prime Minister saying. He has said that we are going to look at the facts, and it is better to proceed thereafter. If there is any response or any action needed, we will take it in the light of the facts seen.
Okay.
So it's a matter of a few days. I don't see nobody is avoiding the issue, nobody is running away from the issue.
Okay.
But just give it some time.
Everyone seems to be quite happy that this issue can be postponed by a few days. It suits Congress, but it also seems to suit the BJP and the left. Where do you stand on the Shashi Tharoor issue?
No, as compared, there are other many serious business in the Parliament. when this occasion comes, then the issue can be discussed threadbare.
But there are other more important issues.
More, just women issues, price rise, Naxal and so many things.
Well, let's take a break. I think I see there a silver lining for Shashi Tharoor. Everyone seems to agree there are more important issues than discussing his particular predicament. We're going to take a break and come back and talk about the other. The cat has 9 lives, one at least granted by the BSP gentleman here on my right. Let's take a break and come back and turn to those more important issues. We move therefore from the embarrassments of today to the bigger issues of tomorrow. See you in a moment after the break.
Incisive business news, breaking technology.